Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, I'm back. I'm back with some bad news. You've probably seen it anyway, but we of course jumped on here earlier on this evening, expecting this news, thinking it was coming, and then sort of presuming it may be announced in the morning at the final hour before they could possibly do it. But they have done it about 10 or 15 minutes ago. They have announced, the club has announced, I should say, and the Premier League, that the game tomorrow against Brentford, or today, I should say, now after it's midnight, but the game later on is going to be postponed. That is the latest absolutely shit news, to be fair, guys. I'm really annoyed about this. Obviously, wanted to watch the game. I guess, in some ways, obviously, it is for the best. The safety and health of all the players and staff and everybody involved should be paramount. That's absolutely the case. And if there's several players who've got it, several staff members that have got it, then it's not good news, and it could have obviously affected our preparations massively with training, the shutdown of Carrington, all the rest of it. So, I mean, Manchester United understood to have been pushing for this, so they did want to have it postponed. The Premier League, I think it's a bit shit this though, that they've done this literally at midnight, like the night before. Like most people are going to be going to sleep, they'll be waking up. They're not necessarily going to be, knowing about this until the morning now. I think it's very late for them to do this. So they should have done it earlier. But either way, the game is now postponed. So let me read you the statement from the club. But by the way, thank you everyone who's joining us again. It's after midnight here. Late news show. This might be the latest Man United news show we've ever done. So I don't know, maybe not. But do us a favour at the start of this stream. Hit the thumbs up button. Give it a like. That will help us out loads. Share it around out there again as well. On Twitter, etc. That always helps too. What's going on, Jonathan Gallagher, Kyron Kennedy, Illy United, how you doing there, dude? Liam O'Brien, Stevie Mac, Ryan, Giovanni Finley. Everyone, thank you very much for joining and getting involved. So, yes, what I will say is it's disappointing, but we don't know the extent of how many people are actually affected by this. There could be 3 or 4, 5, 6 players who've now tested positive for COVID. The club haven't actually released too much information. This is what they said. So on manunited.com, it says, Manchester United, postponement of Brentford game confirmed. United can confirm that our Premier League fixture at Brentford FC on Tuesday the 14th of December at 7:30 has been postponed and will be rescheduled in due course. Following PCR confirmation of positive LFT COVID-19 tests among the first team staff and players, the outbreak requires ongoing surveillance. A decision was taken to close first team operations at the Carrington training complex for 24 hours to help minimize risk of further infection, and individuals who tested positive are isolating in line with Premier League protocols. Given cancellation of training and disruption to the squad, and with the health of players and staff the priority, the club requested the match to be rearranged. The Premier League board took the decision to postpone based on guidance from medical advisors. Manchester United regrets the inconvenience caused to Brentford FC and to the fans of both clubs by COVID-19. So let's hope that this can get rearranged here. It seems like the Premier League are happy to have it rearranged. So it's going to have to be just put in there at a later date, which is going to make our fixture list all the more congested. And especially if you look at the period over Christmas, the festive period, if it's anywhere near around there, it's going to be, a bit tricky to get it played. But fair play to Brentford, obviously. I guess they had maybe a small say in this as well. But Manchester United, Brentford is off, peeps. That is it. For fuck's sake, says the Devil's TV. I know it's absolutely shoddy, isn't it? But yeah, who's being disrespectful? Sort yourself out. Won't be the last game cancelled. This COVID is rife, says Ransborough. Absolutely, mate. Look at Tottenham Hotspur, the last few games. You look at, what's happened with them. Obviously, the disruption has been prevalent. And if we're not careful with this whole Omicron B shite that's going on and coming out, this new variants, there seems to be a new bloody variant every other week. It's causing a massive upheaval and just this new transmission, new spread. The numbers getting high in terms of some transmission and stuff. So it's not too good. It's not looking too good for football at this moment in time. There seems to be a lot of cases right now. Players getting it, staff getting it, and it's probably going to be more common. I think Brighton had a couple of COVID cases as well recently. It's all kicking off. So there you go. It has now been cancelled. The Premier League, on their website, they've got this. It says the Premier League board decides to postpone Tuesday's match due to COVID-19 outbreak in Man United squad. The Premier League board has decided to postpone Brentford's home fixture against United due to be played on Tuesday. So yes, it was taken on the advice of medical advisors. So essentially, this is, what's interesting about this whole COVID thing is it's easy to pick this up And if you look at the tests that happened before the Norwich game, so they all tested clean before the Norwich fixture, but then there was a few cases of staff and players who had it the following morning on Sunday. So somewhere between playing the game, going home, and get into training, they've tested positive for it. So that's what I'm saying. They've picked it up, and it's easy to pick it up. So there's always going to be a couple of these cases popping up. And I think what they need to do, though, as we were discussing a bit earlier, is put something into place where there's a set number of players that test positive for COVID. If you've got more than, say, 4 players that are that have tested positive for COVID, then you should postpone the game. But if not, then if it's only a few players, then really they should just isolate, and you should test everybody stringently and try and get the game played. Otherwise, it's just going to be too much upheaval. I'll imagine how gash it would be if the Premier League had to halt again and there was a break in play and they had to pick it up at a later date. It would be an absolute shambles. So let's not hope for that. Oh dear. Okay, on the BBC, this is what it says. Brentford Man United game postponed. United, it's off. The league says the decision was made following guidance from a medical advisor. So yeah, they just got in there 5 minutes ago. That is the latest breaking news, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Get your reaction in the live chat. I'm going to dip in there right now. It's a fully interactive show. Have your say. Get involved. Smash the sub. Smash the like. And let's be having you. Okay, what do you guys think about this then? Nightmare. Real disruption of the season potentially ahead with lots of people getting COVID and lots of postponed games, it seems. I guess it's for the benefit of everybody. Oh shit, I missed a super chat. Man United Hodge, sorry bud. How you doing there, you Aussie legend? Man United Hodge says, why postpone it? Just seems silly. Our squad is massive. I'm so annoyed. Got to find a way around this. I guess it depends how many people have actually got COVID here and what staff members have got it too. Because I guess if Ragnit's out with it and he's not able to line his team up or talk to his team properly, set his team up, then that's massively inconvenient. Now, we might have heard about it if it's Ragnit, but still, I don't know why the club is keeping their cards so close to their chest on this one. Why? Like, we've clearly got players with COVID. Why are we not allowed to know just yet which players have COVID? Like, they haven't released that information. They know which players have tested positive so far. Maybe they're worried that more players will test positive. That they're going to try and announce it in one go or something. I don't know. But there's definitely a few players that have got COVID. Otherwise, this game would have not been postponed. So it's a strange one. I want to know who's got it. Who's got it in the first team? If Ronaldo's got it and several other first team players, there's 5, 6, 7 players with it, then of course it should be postponed. But I sort of agree with what you're saying, Man United Hodge. If it's only a few, I'd like to know so we can, so you can maybe just use the squad. We are United in the day. We do have a big squad. Big up there, Hassan Youssef. What's going on? Diogo Santos says it's confirmed, mate. It is confirmed, absolutely, on their website. The game is postponed into a later date. It will be rescheduled, but we don't know when for just yet. A Premier League board decided that was the best decision based on, the disruption that it's caused for Manchester United. And, of course, the potential transmission of the virus to other players too. We need the break for tactical reasons, says Jose Zambada. Not a bad point, actually. I mean, that's not a terrible point you've just made. We were a little bit tired in the last game against Norwich. We looked shite. So, yeah, good point. Maybe we could do with a little rest. Not the worst idea I've ever seen. Yeah, Eddie says, boo, why is it postponed? COVID, yes, absolutely. So there's been a COVID outbreak at Manchester United. A bunch of players tested positive Sunday morning for the virus. But the thing is, they haven't told us who. Right, that's what's annoying about this. I'd love to know who. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan Gallagher, totally agree with you, mate. He says, poor way to communicate with fans. Absolutely fucking shocking. I think the Premier League is obviously massively at fault because from what we've heard, Manchester United have been in contact with the Premier League since yesterday when they had players testing positive from Sunday morning on. So they have known about this, but they've only just reached the decision around midnight tonight, the day before. Bunch of idiots, mate. I fully agree with you, Jonathan Gallagher. Like that, it's a shambles. And also the club not communicating to the fan base who's actually got COVID. Like it would be a lot more understanding of this game being postponed if Ragnit's got COVID or, 5 players in the first team have got COVID. But, if a couple of squad players have got COVID, and this is more just a case of they're not wanting to try and transmit it, or I don't know. It seems like what they're doing is pushing towards games being postponed quite easily for this COVID malarkey. In a way, I know this is bad and it's worse, and the numbers are worse and everything right now. But in a way, I think it sort of almost needs to be treated like if players had the flu. Back in the day, the player gets the flu, he doesn't play. He's off for the week. He's got to stay away from the team so he doesn't give the flu to the rest of the team, and he's off. And then you've got to just play with the rest of your players. they don't stop games in the past if your team's got an outbreak of flu. Do you know what I mean? That you have to use your squad, you've got to use your youth, you've got to use your players. So I think it's I think it's a little bit strange unless the whole team is, you know, is racked with it. How about Brighton game? Yeah, it's too early to know about that one just so far at this moment in time, Lynette Giggs, but we'll know more about that in the coming days. Yeah, not looking good though, is it? Brighton have got a couple of players with COVID as well. Man United Hodge, thank you so much for the $5 Aussie super chat, mate. He says, this game is getting postponed, which means they will postpone Brighton as well. We don't need 2 weeks off. We just have a week off and played Gash, mate. Absolutely bunch of drongos. I agree with you, mate. Hey, thank you so much, Man United Hodge, for the super chat, man. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for Man United Hodge, getting in here from down under. Your Aussie legend. Thank you. Yeah, probably, mate. It's not looking good because, like I say, Brighton have got a couple of COVID cases too. With the transmission of the disease at this moment in time, it is very much a possibility that that game is cancelled too. So this is absolutely fucking awful news, guys. I am horrified by this, honestly. Absolutely horrified. Hey, listen, I know Sajad Anwar says it's more serious and contagious than the flu. I know, but what I'm saying is, previously, you know, I don't know if you guys know this. Previously, nobody used to give a shit about the flu. So the flu kills, I don't know, even if it's a quarter of the people, right? People would go into work with the flu. I remember loads of workmates coming in, sneezing their fucking faces off, going, oh, sorry, I'm ill. Yeah, like, fuck off home then. But nobody really cared about that back in the day for some reason. Yet you could still go home, give it to an elderly loved one, and they'd be very unwell and potentially even die. So, but for some reason, like, nobody really gave a shit about it. I don't remember that. Just a few years ago, nobody gave a shit. But now, you know, with this COVID, obviously it's way more serious. And if you make the necessary, you know, arrangements and everybody's kept in a bubble or, you know, everybody's tested stringently, there's a pro athletes keeping the country going in some ways in regards to just having light at the end of the tunnel, positive, something to look forward to every single weekend. You know, if you keep this going and follow all the protocols, make sure that the transmission is kept to the bare minimum, but treat it like it kind of was. I don't mean it's the same as the flu. I mean, treat it like it's the flu when you have players who get it, because you have to just let them isolate, get them out, you know, get them out of the way, and then allow the fit players to play. So none of these fixtures are disrupted and the whole season's ruined. Because if all of these players keep getting, you know, a couple of these teams get COVID, a couple of players in each team, they're just going to postpone every bloody game then. And then this season's going to turn into a shit show. And, you know, it's going to be horrendous for everybody. Really what they need to do is figure out a way to decide what is the limit here. Because obviously if one player in your team's got COVID, but everybody else tests positive, you shouldn't postpone the game, even though there is, I guess, a slightly higher chance that there could be a transmission if there's been an incorrect test. But you can't postpone the game for one person having it. Fair enough if there's 5 people having it, but not 1 or 2. You know, you've got to be realistic about this. You can't disrupt everybody's season and all the fans and everything, all the travelling fans all the time, every single match day, and the last minute here, like they've done here, 11th hour, just before the bloody game's about to start next day. The system doesn't work. They need to figure out what to do. You can, but I won't be there. Razor's dad, what's going on? Hey, 18th is the Tory reunion party, said G-Wolf. Bloody hell. Guys, there's 122 of you legends in here. I'm sounding a bit like Sean Dyche. Do us a favour, you know. Sean Dyche, you know, he's permanently got COVID. He smokes 40 Marlboros a day. But I don't know if you know, but his voice comes from... No, I'm just joking. That's messed up. Either way, do us a favour in the good old Dyche fashion. Smash the like button once again. I've got a seriously gash voice today. Nothing a bit of Rubicon Mango won't sort out. But yeah, hit the thumbs up button if you're just getting in, guys. Show your support for the stream. Hit the like. That'll boost us up there on the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Get involved in the chat. Let us know your thoughts and your reaction to this news. Okay, so Ian Dawn says people did give a shit about flu pig. That's why there is a yearly flu vaccine. Yes, but nobody gave a shit about it, you know, in terms of like younger people. Older people go and get flu jabs. Younger people, I don't know anybody my age previously who ever went and got a flu jab. Maybe you do, that's fair enough. I never did. I remember people coming into work, sat next to me at the desk, sneezing their fucking faces off, and nobody says, oh, you have to go home. It's kind of like, just, that's it, you know, you're ill and you're going to get ill because there's twat next to you. That's kind of how it used to be. But now, obviously, it is different, and rightfully so. I'm glad about that. You know, I'm glad that there's not so much of that because It's just ridiculous the way people used to be so nonchalant about having colds and sneezes and coughing everywhere. You know what I mean? People coughing everywhere, man. You haven't had a flu jab since you was a child? I've never had a flu jab, ever. I've had my COVID vaccinations, but I've never had a flu jab, ever. It's like nobody, older people definitely do. I understand that. Yeah, Eddie says, that's right. It was always offered to the old who have mostly been passing on from COVID. Do you think we go in lockdown, says Samet Benza? Maybe. I think the UK's got to stage 4 now, right, in terms of the danger or the situation. I think 5's lockdown, isn't it? So it's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. G-Wolf says, 123 here, 50 likes. Come on, lads, let's get this to 100. Hey, thank you, G-Wolf. Yeah, we can do better than that. Let's have a good old-fashioned bacon brigade. Like spike. Let's see if we can get it to 100. Thanks, G-Wolf. Fiker Cod says, Arsenal actually did a brilliant idea. They do the PCR test every time before training, and if it's negative, they train, and if it's positive, they inform the club and go home. Well, that is a pretty brilliant idea. You know, that's how it works. So it's only really them that they're inconveniencing here by not being able to do their training sessions, and they're being very careful with testing within the club. I like that. So it should be, man. Randon says it's because COVID is filling up the hospitals, flu isn't. Well, yeah, I mean, go and look at some of the figures for flu deaths. It's nowhere near as high as COVID, but it's still significant every single year. Maybe not right now, but you know, previously before COVID came around. Anyway, Case Slater says, I just get jabs from cute nurses. He just wanders in, looks for the hot ones. He's had 17 COVID jabs now. Oh my goodness. Will our match hold? No, Emmanuel Chizzy, probably not. So it's doubtful for the Brighton game at the weekend now, just with the amount of players that are involved here with COVID. I mean, what's going to change between now and then? There still will be a couple of players out isolating. What do you have to isolate for 7 days, 10 days? Not too sure. Depends on, you know, how long, obviously, the player tests positive for it as well. Everyone's slightly different in that sense. So, yeah, I'm not too sure in regards to that. The Brighton game might be affected. They've already got players affected with COVID too. Fiker Cod says 50k subs soon. Come on. Hope so, mate. Hit the sub if you're new. Ryan says, what percentage of people who catch COVID die compared with those who catch the flu, I wonder? It is higher. I think it's about double or even 3 times. But still, the flu one is quite significant still globally here. If you leave COVID unchecked, the NHS would collapse. Definitely, Random. Definitely. Listen, this is absolutely horrendous. They've got to get this sorted out, really. You know, I think it's quite ridiculous that there's spectators allowed at games, that they're cancelling the games because a few players have got COVID, when you've still got spectators and crowds and thousands of people gathered and lining up and touching surfaces and buying hot dogs and all the rest of it. Like, it doesn't really add up, does it, though, if we're being honest? Vincent says, the only booster I want, Pig, is that when you get it in the bloody shop from Cadbury's. Do you agree? Yes, I do love a Cadbury boost, mate. G-Wolf, Dabo says, just 2 years to flatten the curve. Crikey, I know, mate, it's been taking a while. Yes, but let's get some fucking rainbows in there for the NHS. Great shout. We do take the NHS for granted in this country. It's actually amazing. Like, there's people in the States who, you know, don't have insurance or didn't pay for insurance, and they break their leg and they have to pay like 10 grand to have it, we can sort it out. You know, we just get that stuff done for free. And obviously they've had a horrendous strain, and the staff of the NHS have been under horrendous conditions for the last couple of years. So yeah, much love to all those people involved, because they've been doing a crazy job under crazy pressure. Hey, Roddy Can't Game, how you doing there, mate? Great to see you aboard the Bacon Express this evening. What's happening? Latest news show we've ever done here, 12:30 a.m. Thank you, Moby Yobi. Appreciate that. You got your first Pfizer dose today. Oh, nice one, Fiker God. That's what I mean. Like, people are coming around to it now. That's good. I had mine a few months ago. You know, now's the time to get it, really, because seems to only be getting worse. I mean, there's a lot of anti-vaxxers and stuff. I don't want to entertain that business, to be fair. Statistically, I look at the science. What they're telling us, unless you really believe the UK government's completely corrupt and they're just lying to us about all the figures of, you know, COVID deaths, vax versus non-vaxxed, etc. Unless you suggest that they're totally lying to us, which I guess is a small possibility, then I suggest that we have to go with the science. You know what I'm saying? And statistically, if you're vaccinated, you're more likely to survive than not. Much more likely. Anyway, Phone Monkey 187, thank you so much for getting in. He says, thanks for the update, Sir Flying Pig. Hope we don't go into lockdown again. Yeah, it's shaping up that way, man. I'm feeling very, it's, anybody else feel like we're going to do it? I feel like it's a possibility soon. Yeah, well, it's a possibility, isn't it? The problem is there's all these variants now of this virus, and it's just, everyone seems to be more transmissible than the next. It's pretty horrendous. Give it 2 years, it's going to be like something like a fucking 28 weeks later. It'll be a bunch of COVID zombies running around the gaff, mate, mutilating you with their bloody faces. Honestly, I think I don't know. I thought this was going to be gone by now, but it seems like, just when you think there's some sort of respite, there's some new horrible variant that just comes out of nowhere and mutates into some awful mess. Why has the game been postponed? There's been a COVID outbreak, Stevie, so a few players and staff have got it. We don't know who, we don't know how many just yet. That's the problem. Like, I would love to know, but they are keeping it close to their chest. They're not actually telling us, which is very piss poor from the guy. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that's piss poor from United. They do a bloody press release or a statement on their website at midnight saying the game's been postponed because players and staff have COVID. Well, who the fuck's got the COVID then, for Pete's sake? Why aren't you sharing that information? You know. That sort of pisses me off, that does. That really does annoy me. Right, why do we have to just guess? What is the information here? Tell us the information. Anyway, so if you're just getting in, this is what the statement is. Manchester United can confirm that our Premier League tie against Brentford on Tuesday the 14th of December at 7:30 p.m. has been postponed and will be rescheduled in due course, following PCR confirmation of positive LFT COVID-19 tests among the first team staff and players. The outbreak requires ongoing surveillance. A decision was taken to close first team operations at Carrington Training Complex for 24 hours to help minimise the risk of further infection, and individuals who test positive are isolating in line with Premier League protocols. Given cancellation of training and disruption to the squad, and with the with the health of players and staff the priority, the club requested the match to be rearranged. The Premier League board took the decision to postpone based on guidance from medical advisors. United regrets the inconvenience caused to Brentford FC and to both fans of the clubs for this COVID-19 outbreak. So that is the statement. It was posted by Manchester United on their website from the communications department at 11:50 p.m. the night before the game. What a shambles that is for a start. I think that's the Premier League's fault, though. But still, I think it's poor that United haven't given us more information on their statement here as to, old Jesse Lingard, Nemanja Matic, and Cristiano Ronaldo have tested positive for COVID, and also Harry Maguire's tested positive for slab. If they told us that information, then we would understand, but they haven't. So I think it's a bit piss poor from the team, from the club. I would like it if they had told us a bit more, because they obviously know what's going on there. Empty stadiums after New Year's, trust me, says Fiker Cod. Yeah, probably right, mate. Makes sense, to be fair. Doesn't make sense to have spectators in stands if there's all this transmission going on and all these new deaths. So I couldn't agree more with you. Stevie says, laugh my ass off, Slab. Sajad Anwar, Slabby pregnant. Game cancelled. He got shagged by Norwich. There you go. Several players have tested positive for COVID-19, and Harry Maguire did a pregnancy test, and he's now pregnant with a breeze block. Yeah, that's a good idea, mate. That makes sense. That would maybe explain why he's been so shit recently. He's actually in his second trimester, and we didn't even know. Oh, hey, Fung Sire, how the devil are you, bro? That explains why he's been eating like Luke Shaw. Fiker Cod says, I remember I've been here since 10k subs. Really happy for you, Piggy. Thank you so much, Fiker. You're a top man. Thank you, Stevie and Mobiumi. He's having a little pookie, says Ruddy can't game. Jay, what's going on? Hey, Berber, thank you, Berber. He says, smash a like and subscribe. Yeah, let's get this stream to 100 likes. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Appreciate that, man. Maguire's going to call his son Slabby, says Kyron Kennedy. Adam Salah, what's going on, bro? He says this COVID charade has gone on long enough. This COVID pandemic will be here for at least another year. Yeah, seems like it, bro. It doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon. Samet Benza, hello, says Man City will win the game if the league gets cancelled. No, I don't think so. What do you mean if the league gets cancelled? No, they'd have to continue it at a later date, wouldn't they? Or they'd have to write it off. You can't award the current leaders as the... That's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think, anyway. You know, hopefully not. Hopefully they're not thinking about ending the season. You know. Man United Hodge says, super chat. Hey, we missed a super chat, have I? Sorry, Man United Hodge. Am I having a mare tonight or what? Dude, so sorry, man. I'm having a stinker, aren't I, mate? No, I've had an absolute bloody... I'm a complete drongo, mate. What a bogan. He says, with a $2 Aussie dollar super chat, let's get an Aussie soo in the live chat, everybody. Thank you so much. He says, last and this year, you'd cough and get stared at, says Man United Hodge. Man, you're so right, dude. I know what you're saying. People hate a cougher now, don't you? People hate a cougher. Previously, nobody gave a shit about coughing, really. Years ago, a few years ago. Now, people hate a cougher. That's right. Yeah, oh yeah. You spot on with that one. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for subscribing, Zhuan Jin, as well. Appreciate your nice one. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express tonight. Please do keep your arms and legs and all other appendages inside the vehicle. And hang on to your seat, baby. Hey, Beauty from Pain, how are you doing tonight? Says, for fuck's sake. Yes, indeed, the game is cancelled. Postponed. COVID is here to stay like flu and cold, says Random. Hopefully not. I mean, you never know. You might be right, but sometimes somebody just does come up with a cure for something like this. You know, there's been previous loads of ailments in the past where they've just come up with a vaccine or an inoculation. Bring on a lockdown. Get paid for sitting in my pants watching the pigs, says Donizetti. Fair play. There's a few people that'll be hoping for that too. Cheeky little 80% of your wages for sitting at home doing jank all. Oh, man. Do you think they should do an emergency transfer market for clubs to have players affected by corona, says Vincent Bullock? I don't actually, Vincent, but you know what I think they should do? I think they should do a corona mini league. I think they should get the players who've got COVID and get them to play in a five-a-side tournament futsal on the side. Just if they postpone the game, well, you know, if the players have got COVID, it doesn't really, they're not going to, you know, they should just play against each other, all the COVID heads. I'm just joking. Anyway, Roddy Khan Kane, thank you for getting in there with the drooling mouth super sticker emoji. Thank you so much, Roddy Khan Kane. Guys, let's get a super chat in there for him as well. And a cheeky little drooling mouth emoji too. Why not? Thank you, Roddy. Tested positive for slabs, says Fergie. You know, hang on, am I way behind the chat here? Oh no, I think you're way behind on the video. Connor Harrison, what's good, lad? COVID heads in it, says Viking Cod. No, a COVID league, a COVID sub-league, you know what I mean? I think that's an interesting idea, you know? COVID ball. Could call it the C League. I think it's a decent shout. Yeah, I think they could get some good sponsors for that. I think Pfizer would be interested. The Pfizer C League. Oh, man. Sorry. I haven't had my booster yet, actually, Adam Salame. I need to get that sorted out soon. You asked work off for the game, says Mr. Bird Turd. Oh, no, mate, that's gash. That is actually really annoying, isn't it? Well, maybe you could change it with them back still, or just have the night off, lad. That's a picture of Slabby's baby, says Really Can't Game. Oh, man. It is rather square-headed there. I really feel like crying, says Emmanuel Chizzy. Chin up, lad. It's probably for the benefit of the rest of the season, because I guess if they nip it in the bud and don't allow the spread or transmission to occur anymore, then as soon as these players are back to fitness and everybody is being given the all clear and the cases are kept to a bare minimum, and then you can isolate those people and it's just a bare minimum of cases, then I think that's better for everybody rather than being nonchalant and then lots of players getting COVID and then the spread just gets out of hand. And obviously it is a physical game. There is contact. There is, body to body contact. There's breathing heavy on each other and all sorts of stuff that's involved with playing football. And like we've discussed, like we've actually found out, the Norwich game, they tested positive before. Sorry, they tested positive after the game, but negative before. So all of the squad and staff tested negative before the Norwich game. But then on Sunday morning, a few players and staff did test positive for it. So that's what can happen. You can get it in a short space like that. And also maybe if there's some incorrect tests, you could actually just be letting people go out there to transmit the virus to other people. And then before you know it, you have got a full-on Premier League pandemic on your hands. And that would be shit. Because so it's probably the best thing. What's going on there, Jam Tapper? How you doing? Welcome in, boss. Pfizer make Viagra. Yes, they do. I swear they put a little bit of it in my first fucking vaccine jab. Because that day, tell you what, I was like a stork. Anyway, do you think this is normal? All these players and fans dropping down with heart problems. It's been several a week recently. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to really get into all the conspiracies and stuff like that, but I mean, you might be able to make a correlation between that and vaccinations and that kind of thing, but who the fuck knows? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to have a look at the list of people who, by the way, you know what? It's funny you mentioned this actually, because I did start looking at a list of fatalities in football the other day. Don't know why, a bit morbid, isn't it? But guess what? If you go back, it's on Wikipedia somewhere, just look at it like football deaths. And the first ones are in the 1800s, you know, when the Football League first began. But go and look at some of the first causes of death. It's fucking horrendous. It's like, 6 crushed ribs and a fucking broken abdomen and died in hospital 2 hours later from a challenge from behind. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like the first few deaths are just from tackles. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even kidding. Punctured lungs, fucking the lot. Mental. Absolutely mental. It must have been crazy playing football back then anyway. But yeah, the match is postponed. William Hoy, it is completely, it's finished. Slabby going name his new baby piggy, says Sacha Amour. I don't know about that, Adam Sana. I would say stick with the science, lad. Would I listen to somebody whose last name is Salah in the live chat? Make your own mind up. He's clearly a Scousieri. Down here, it's mandatory to be vaccinated, says Man United Hodge. Mandatory? What happens if you're not then? You get deported. This is really shit, said Eddie. This is terrible, mate. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the next couple of weeks with games being cancelled and disruption and the whole Premier League just coming to a halt again, possibly. And maybe the country going into lockdown again for Christmas. John Thompson died in a match for the Rangers. Yeah, there's been a few over the last few years. There was that Italian guy. Can't remember his name now. Sorry, forgive me. But I remember that Italian guy a couple of years ago. Yeah, Stevie Mac, cause of death, a vicious 2-footer. Legit, look it up. It's an insane list, but it's true. I'm sure it's just a big coincidence. The jabs are 100% super safe, says Dabo. Yeah, okay, well, listen, there's been some reactions to them. It's weighing up. It's weighing up whether or not you think it's more worthwhile to have the jab and be better off facing the COVID, or you think it's more likely you might be affected by the jab. But you know, I've had both the jabs. They didn't do anything to me, and I'm well unhealthy. You know what I mean? So maybe they will soon, though. So let's fucking hope that's not the case. But yeah, it's pretty. So listen to this. I'm just going to bring this up. I don't want to get morbid on you guys, but we seem to have taken a morbid turn for this stream, and seeing as the game's postponed, and we've talked about it. Listen to this. So first death recorded 1889. William Cropper of Staveley, ruptured bowel in a match against Grimsby Town, led to death the next day. 1892, James Dunlop for St Mirren. Tetanus from falling on a piece of glass in a friendly game against Abercorn, led to death 10 days later. Fucking hell. 1893, John Henry Morris, Shrewsbury Town. Internal hemorrhage following a bad tackle in a bad-tempered match. A verdict of accidental death was returned. Fucking hell. Next one, 1894, November, 2 weeks later. Chesterfield Town, rupture of the kidney from a tackle in the game against Derby Junction. He died almost 3 weeks later. Next one, Teddy Smith, 1896, suffered severe concussion following a clash of heads. He continued playing initially, but was eventually forced to leave the game and died from his injury the next morning. Okay, now, anyway, I'm not going to read the rest up, but you get the point. Football used to be fucking mad. Clearly, football used to be absolutely mad in the 1800s. People just going in there with fucking flying knees and, like, drop kicks to the face. That's what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? No rules. Fucking people dying from challenges. It's pretty mad, isn't it? It's fucking mental. Anyway, pretty mad. Just wanted to mention it. You can find the list. They must have been kicking the shit out of each other, says Fergie99. K Slater says, what's this about Ollie to Everton people? Why didn't someone tell me? Is there a link with Ollie to Everton? I haven't even seen anything about that. Let me see about this. Ollie Everton. See if this pops up. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here, boss. I'm not seeing anything here, boss. But literally, I'm not seeing anything. But hey, I hope Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets a good job sooner rather than later, though. You know, I do hope that he comes back into management. He's a nice guy. He's a decent coach. He might not be the best in the world. He might not be the best for Manchester United. But actually, he did get us third and second and got to a Europa final, and we lost on pens. He's shown some managerial acumen as well, and he beat some of the best coaches in the game while he was here. I would say he's still a good coach, and somebody, if there was a good mid-table or lower team that would take him on, should do that. Just a little knock. Sure, he can run it on, Jeff. He's a tough boy. I think he'll carry on. I know they must have been kicking the shit out of each other, says Fergie99. It's pretty mad. Hey, Eddie's Football Waffle says, Piggy & Co, this is too morbid for me. I'm going to sleep. Thank you so much, Eddie, for getting in here, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did start talking about people dying from ruptured spleens and stuff. Check Twitter, says Roddy can't game. Where specifically? Kyron Kennedy says, Ollie will manage United again one day. Wait and see. Even an interim role, says Kyron Kennedy. Yeah, the redraw was done just a couple of hours after the initial Champions League draw, William Hoy. We initially got PSG, then they did the redraw in the afternoon because they proper bottled it. And then we got Atletico Madrid. Just typical, though, that it's our name that was messed up and that it seemed like they were trying to fuck us over, and we ended up getting two of the hardest picks we could have possibly got. And it was our name that caused all the contention and all the issues. So I think that it's a little bit fishy. Still a bit fishy, if you ask me. Van der Beek getting linked with Everton as well. I bet Donny's well pissed off now. Yeah, he was supposed to be wanted by them in the summer for a loan move. Solskjaer said, no, we want to keep you, then proceeded to not play him at all. So, yeah, Van der Beek, unless there's been assurances from Ralph Rangnick that he's going to actually get game time and be part of the team and actually does start to play him, then if I'm Donny, I'm looking to get out in Jan too. They used to play on glass. Roddy can't game. I don't know. Maybe it's just people just bottling people in the middle of the game, Roddy, or something. I don't know. I don't know. But they didn't used to play on glass. But I guess they're just playing on such shit conditions. Maybe the crowd are throwing bottles at stuff. Who knows? Sounds like a bit of a raucous time back then, man. Do we have a weekend match? Emmanuel, we've got Brighton at the weekend. Doubtful at the moment whether or not that's going to take place. Hopefully it will do. I mean, this is a precaution. Obviously, it is Monday now. If they can separate the necessary people and test everybody properly between now and then and are able to train and are able to, you know, travel and all the rest of it, and everybody's fully fit, or most people are fully fit to play, I'm sure it'll go ahead. But Brighton do have a couple of cases right now too. 4 likes away from 100 likes. Who's going to be the 100th liker? Let me know in the live chat. And if you're just joining us, smash the like. Help us fight clickbait. Help us fight the corporation melts, etc. Smash the thumbs up. If you enjoy these streams, it's an independent fan channel. Man United News. We do these streams every single day. Get your thoughts and opinions in and join us in the community here. It's a fucking awesome community. The Bacon Brigade. Everyone's welcome, even if you're a city scummer, as long as you're not a complete douchebag. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for getting in. Have your say in the chat. Do subscribe if you're new, and let's be having you. I'm going to stick around for a little while. I have a Q&A with you guys. So the latest news, United, Brentford off. Could be Brighton and United off at the weekend too, but we don't know about that yet. Yeah, I think Ten Hag as well, Adam Salah. Poch is a melter, yep. Hey, Griffo Chaz, what's going on, my man? He says, probably won't see United play for another 2 weeks now. I think that's fair to say, yeah. 10 days it takes for isolation, depending on how many people have got it, and who in particular as well has got it, then that is a very good possibility, Griffo. It's a fucking nightmare. It's an absolute fucking nightmare, mate. Ian Dawn says, would be hilarious. Donny van der Beek moves to Everton, then Solskjaer takes over and benches him. Oh, that would be sensational. Oh, anyone want a bottle? Maguire says, Conor Matthews. I don't know about that, mate. It seems a bit extreme. UEFA and FIFA hate England, says Stefan Harringtonio. Yeah, spot on. And Manchester United as well. Mo says, if Rangnick starts feigning, Ollie will be back learning under Rangnick's guidance. Kaylan Jonky, do you think Maguire is shit? I do, yeah. I don't think he's shit. He's good. He's just not good enough for Manchester United. And actually, this season, he's not even been good. He's been bang average. Roddy says, some of those early uniforms look like pajamas. Yeah, they do, don't they? I agree with you. Those old school, like, long-legged ones, man. Silver Dronier's in here, says, is the match getting postponed? Love from Uganda. Hey, shout out Silver Dronier from Uganda, my friend. Yes, it is. It's off. The game is off, lad. If you're just joining us, it's postponed. due to the COVID outbreak. It's confirmed on manunited.com. The Premier League website as well has confirmed it. It's definitely off, and it has been postponed. So yeah, from this moment in time, Brighton is not been announced that that's postponed or anything. The Brighton game at the weekend, but this game against Brentford is off. Quick Killer says, I'm a City fan. What's the news? There it is. The game's off. Nice one, Quick Killer. As long as you're respectful and sound enough, you're entitled to have your say. A little bit of banter's fine, obviously. I know DRS Pishnu Sunwa. Sim, what's going on? He says, I hope Ollie gets rid of all the backroom staff at Everton. See how they like it. Hang on, is this a really true, genuine rumour, this one, then? Kay Slater bringing it up in the chat. Is this legit, then? Is there talks of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going to Everton? Mate, that would be fucking bang on. Honestly, I really want him to do well. I want him to go somewhere and do well. You know, that's I want him to be successful. And if he wants to be a manager, then that's a great place to go to be fair. It's a bit of a big job. Shout out from Montreal. Thank you so much, Kanan Jaunke. I appreciate that, Kanan. Much love. From Canada, eh? French Canadian or Canadian. I don't know what, you know. But yes, bonjour. Thank you. Ça va bien, merci. Pig, no word of fans getting refunds, says Jonathan Gallagher. I'm sure they will, Jonathan, though. I'm sure they will, lad. Definitely they will. But it's just massively inconvenient. I guess a lot of people, think about this, a lot of people will have booked hotels for down in London way for this Brentford game. And then now they'll have to cancel them. So that is piss poor that they've let them know at midnight, the night before, that this game's cancelled. The Premier League has dropped the ball there. There's a lot of people who will be out of pocket now. Are they going to be compensated for that? Probably not. It's a rumour of him going there, says Man United Hodge. Thank you, Mo. Yes, Eric Ten Hag is the next best manager, I believe. Come the summer, he will become the next. Yeah, I'll just ask the live chat. Who do you want as your next manager, dudes? I want Ten Hag as well, out of who's very much seems to be available right now. His style of football I've been very impressed with. I haven't watched the Eredivisie, but I've watched the Champions League highlights of Ajax this season. His team's playing nice football. Thank you, Emric Doherty, getting in here from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Shout out to you, my friend. Get in there, loving all the different places people are watching this from around the world. This channel's truly global. Shout out to the greatest community in the world, the Bacon Brigade. Marty J says, Ollie at Everton means certain relegation. Oh, you saw it, but told it it's a fake rumour. Fair play to your case later, yeah. Well, I hope he gets a job of that sort of calibre at some point, you know. That would be good. Or even just a lower team job. Like, I don't know, like, let's say, I don't know. I can't think of a good example now. But it would just be nice to see him get a job like, I don't know, Brighton or something like that. Just that sort of a job. I know Potter's not going anywhere. Silver Dronye, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express. Griffo Taz says Ten Hag. Yeah, Ten Hag, not Pot, says Adam. Yes, Matrix says Everton fans must be furious if the rumours are true. Are we doing Ollie a little bit dirty, though, here? I know he had a stinker at the end, but we finished second last year, above the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool. So he didn't exactly do gash. Come on. Let's not discredit what he did entirely. He just wasn't able to take us from that level team to the top level team. But he was still able to take us to that level team, which was pretty good. So let's get some fucking love hearts in there and hashtag 20 legends in there for the baby-faced assassin and stop doing him dirty. Would you kick a puppy when he's down? Bradley Gilroy says, hey from Edinburgh. I'm a Man City fan, but my main team, Hibernian FC from Scotland. Aye, Bradley Gilroy, thank you so much for getting in here, sunshine. Absolute much love to you, my son. I'm going to celebrate by with a chicken or deep fried bat and Miles bar in a minute, my man. Hey, get in. Thank you so much. I love you, man. Phone Monkey says Ten Hag. Kieran says Rangnick will stay on if he does well, says Kieran. Thank you, Steve Hall says hit the like. I'm going to stick around for a couple more minutes then, guys. Have your say in the live chat here. What's going on, Mike Kennedy, mate? He says, so who's excited about Spider-Man? I guess you're not talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ollie was easily the best since Fergie, says Kieran Kennedy. In some ways, I think his signings generally were very good. Not Slabby Maguire. But his other signings have been good for us and will continue to be good for us. Even Wan-Bissaka, like, he looks a bit out of sorts right now. He's going to be a class player for us for years. He's just going to have to find himself in a different system. And still, as a defensive option, he's brilliant. He's not as good as Benitez, says Fergie99. Well, okay, Benitez is just hard to compare with Ole Gunnar. Benitez has been there and done it, got the dirty spaghetti stain down on his T-shirt, mate, or the paella stain. I'm just saying, he's been there and done it, worn the T-shirt and got that stain on it. He's already won, in all fairness, some of his achievements are pretty exceptional. Winning the Champions League with Liverpool at the time, that's pretty impressive, especially coming back from down in that final. And how's about winning the La Liga with Valencia? I think that's a massive achievement. When's the last time you heard Valencia proper in the mix for winning La Ligas and in the Champions League and stuff like that? Probably since when he was bloody there. So he's clearly a good manager, but, come on. Much love to Ole Gunnar. Cheeky cigaretto time, absolutely. Mr. Hodge, you know how we do. Slabby Maguire gives me nightmares, says Playmaker. Priority this winter, one solid holding mid and one solid centre-back, says Caden Jaunke. Okay, so my priority in January would just be the midfield, yeah. I think if you actually look at the right-back positions, Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, that's one of the areas we've talked about getting somebody in, but I think that we're okay there. Centre-backs wise, this is controversial, but I actually think we're okay there to a degree. We could do with another world-class player like Varane as well to pair Varane, because we don't have a true top player to pair with him. But we've got a lot of centre-backs to choose from there. You've got Lindelof, who's actually looking much better this season. Eric Bailly, when he's fit, he's very good. When he's fit, he's good. You've still got Twanzebe out on loan there, who could be a good player in the future. Mengi looked impressive the other day when he came on. I'd love to see more of him. You've got Phil Jones. No, but we do have a lot of centre-backs there to choose from. Varane's definitely the man, and we need somebody of that ilk next to him to have a true centre-back pairing to the likes of Rio and Vidic standards, and we don't have that right now. So I hear what you're saying. But I think right now, realistically, just get rid of a couple of players like Tony Martial, Jesse Lingard in January, use that money generated and cash freed up in the wages to go and sign a top-quality midfielder, or even two. I think one in the Jan window and one in the summer is what we need, especially with Pogba leaving in the summer and players like Matic probably going on his way soon too. I think one midfielder in Jan and another top-quality midfielder in the summer. I would like to sign Jude Bellingham in the summer after he's had another 6 months development there. He's close to being 19 years of age. He's more likely to have an impact at United. The little bit more experience he's got, he's doing brilliant over there. Why disrupt his development anyway? But we should go and get him in a year or 2 or 6 months. And then in the January window, I'd love to see us just go and sign a really good box-to-box midfielder. Pick your poison here. There's a good few players we could get. I would love to see that Haidara looks a good prospect, 23 years of age, seems impressive at Leipzig. Ralph Rangnick's a fan. You could also go for somebody like Kessie. He's obviously a very good physical box-to-box player as well, dangerous player. There's so many different players in midfield we could benefit from. So I suggest that's what we do in the Jan window. We just sign a midfielder. One midfielder, Ralph Rangnick gets to influence the side with one signing. He sells a couple of players as well, and that's it for the Jan window. That's what I think. Who do you think Manchester United sign in January? Berber says Tielemans. Yeah, that would be a fire signing as well. Who do you think United sign in January? Let me know. Frankie de Jong is a big shout. We talked about that earlier, but Frankie de Jong could be a big possibility as well. Just because Barcelona need to get rid. They bought him for about 65 million. They're valuing him about 70. They want to cash in because they're in debt. And they could quite easily get somebody in return like Tony Martial and a big chunk of change. 30 million pounds plus Tony Martial sounds like an absolutely wicked deal for all parties involved. Kessie would be a free transfer, says Playmaker. Not in Jan though, right? But for the summer, eh? Playmaker says Kamara. Getting Ndidi, says Timothy Young. Yeah, getting Ndidi, that would be amazing. Yeah, 876 Hitman. The game is postponed. Absolutely, it is postponed. Yes. What's exciting about Rangnick right now is the bravery of testing the youngsters and make some of the regular starters. Very much, yeah. I know the young boys game the other day was a luxury game because we didn't have to field a strong side because we were already top of the group. But even so, he still made wholesale changes and gave all these kids a chance. Barca in big trouble, says Dabo. Barca in the Europa League. Come on. Snooker watch along instead. Oh, great shout, Primot lad. I love your style. Ruben Neves maybe, says Connor Matthews. Yeah, sounds good to me. Ruben Neves. Yeah, he's a great player. I'd be interested. Haidara, says Fergie 99. Yeah, very impressive. Looks good. 23 years of age. Bellingham's the one for me too, Primot. Yeah, definitely. What a great young talent he is. He's not even 19 yet, and that guy's doing bits. Playing for England in the England setup also. You want Harry Maguire dropped? Smash a 1 in the live chat if Slabby should be dropped from the next game, whatever that may be. I think you're right, Jonathan Gallagher. Time to go with a bit of Gegenpress pace at the back. Give up, says Big God Bob. We need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Bring Roy Keane in, then Ollie back. Rice or Bellingham, says Sam. I would take Rice, but they want a bit too much money. Maybe if they would take Jesse and, I don't know, 40 million, we could do a deal there. Sajad with the 1, Man United Hodge, Fergie 99, DLBA 95, Jonathan, G-Wolf United with a 2. Georgie Ivanov, get in there. G-Wolf, how you doing, my friend? Oh, G-Wolf secretly hoping for a cheeky little lockdown. I'm sure some of you are, actually. No, fair enough, man. I mean, I would be if I was, like, working in an office or whatnot. You don't want to risk of, or wherever, really. You don't want the risk of, you know, contracting the virus, bringing it home to your loved ones. Also, you know, you just get paid to sit at home. It's fucking better, isn't it? Women's beach volleyball watch along, says Piggot Bob. Come on. Oh, man. Try to sell Maguire. Who would buy Maguire at this moment, though? He's on big money. I think he's on £180,000 a week. When you go to sleep at night on your home bargain sheets and you realise that Slappy Maguire is getting paid more than you get in 5 years, in 1 fucking week, to be a big, bobbly head, human slab of a man for United and let us down and be the worst captain in history. Doesn't that just fill you with a sense of absolute fucking utter injustice? Don't you know what I'm saying, though? And when I say you sleeping on your home bargain sheets, I mean me. Doesn't that piss you off? £180,000 a week that guy's on. That's just mad. Mad shit. Leicester send him home, says Connor. That's a great point. They might be interested in him, actually. They would be one of the only teams. They are trying to get on the verge of being a top side. He did come from there, obviously. He has played for them before. They are sort of trying to get into the top 4 every year. So it's not a bad shout. It makes me sick, says Man United Hodge, I know. Plandemic says Rear. What's going on, Rear Delts? King Slabbington. Quick Killer says King Slabbington. Yeah, oh, no FIFA tonight, Adam, unfortunately. I'm going to be bringing that back tomorrow, though, mate. Don't worry about that. In all fairness, we'll be doing a career mode tomorrow, guys. Listen, there's no Man United watch along, so, I mean, I don't know what other games are on tomorrow, actually. There's a couple other games on, isn't there? I have to have a look. But I might do a watch along for one of the other games, or I'll just do a career mode episode or something like that, you know. I've got to keep the show rolling. If the channel, we want to get to 50k by the end of the year. Obviously, if Man United are not playing games, that's going to be a bit of an issue. But we've got to keep the show on the road. You know what I mean? We've got to keep the show on the road. Giwa says, I work at the airport where loads of people coming through not washing their hands, and you want me to clean up after them? Oh, fuck no. Exactly, G-Wolf. I agree with you. If you're in a job like that where you're dealing with the public, you're actually putting yourself at risk and your family at risk. I'm not saying you specifically, sorry. I mean, anybody, you know, because, of course, if you're coming into contact with people and you're expected to go there, it's like, piss off. I'll do this from home, thanks. You know what I'm saying? I agree, G. Well, you know, that's it. It's people messing with people's fucking lives here. Anyway, yes, there's been a COVID outbreak. Arsenal Manic, yes, at Manchester United. Man City Leeds Man City. Okay, that could be a decent one to watch, actually. Do a career mode instead of watch along, says Ryan. Career mode, says Josh Lee. What do you think's a better idea then? Go on then, have a vote in the chat, guys, for tomorrow. Instead of the game being on, do we do a watch along for City Leeds, or do we do a FIFA career mode episode? Let me know. Who are the players that got COVID? James Wallace, I'd love to tell you, but you know what? Man United's communications department are a bag of shite on this one, and they haven't given us that information. And they've told us, of course, that the game's off, but they haven't told us who's tested positive, which I think is piss poor. I think they know that information. They should share it with us. Watch along then, career mode, says Connor. Career mode, says Man United Hodge. Make a poll, says Ruddy. Career mode, football, says Ruddy. Career mode, FIFA, watch along. City, watch along. City leads, says Foggy 99. Career mode, says Jay. It's pretty close. I think career mode's winning, but it's pretty close. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do both. I might do a cheeky career mode before the Leeds game. Yeah, let's do something like that tomorrow. Keep it going. Keep the content coming. Big Bob says, Drunk Bob Street Garden Hurdles watch along. I'll take another arrest for your team. Matry says, make a poll. Okay, let's make a quick poll then. Go on then. So for tomorrow, Okay. There you go, guys. I'm just going to ask you in the live chat. Have a vote in the chat. Let me know what you think I should do tomorrow instead of the watch along. Hey, thank you very much there, Mike. Getting here, another Aussie legend getting in here. He says, get Twanzabi back, and it's the slab out. So happy Ralph called out Martial, trying to leave via his agent's social media rather than telling Ralph in person. He's an absolute bogan. Hey, Mike, I agree with you, man. I know, what the hell's that all about? I'm glad Ralphie just basically said, yeah, I don't talk to people's through people's agent in the public. We'd like to deal with this behind closed doors, essentially, you know. So, and he's not happy at all with how that's been. Marcial's got an injury. He's taken a knock to his knee. He's got a sore knee, whether that's from his end, where he's trying to play hardball here and he just wants to peter out until January when he can be sold and not be a part of the squad at all. Then that's one thing. Or maybe Ralph Rangnick, you know, is saying he's got a knee injury because he's basically been slapped and given well, not slapped, but he's basically been told, you know, you're benched. You're that's it, because your agent's a twat in the media. I'm not having that. Thank you, Mike, you Aussie legend as well. Another Aussie legend getting in here. Shout out to all the legends from down under. Do us a massive favour, get a soul and a love heart in there for Mike. I appreciate that one, Mike. Thanks a lot, boss. Primos has been petting kittens tonight. By pet, I mean drink, and by kittens, I mean beer. Hey, few tinnies, mate. You've actually done that, says Big God Bob. LOL at my Australian accent. You know, I try. Pig, when did they say the game was going to be played against Brentford? It's actually not been announced yet. They did say it will be rescheduled soon, though. So we'll have to wait and see about that one, but we don't know. Bring back Garner. He's 22, done quite well at Forest. Yeah, good shout, Sim. Worth a chance, mate. I agree with that. Looks a good talent. Martial's playing it like Pogba, says Sam. Strange, isn't it? They've both got similar attitudes on the pitch, I think. I both think they're big confidence players. You know, they're both French. I feel like there's some similarities with their characteristics there, where you see the head go sometimes during games. If it's not all going their way, they don't seem to have that fight. Whereas, you know, if you look at a player like Cavani, even if he misses 3-4 chances, he's still got that belief and that desire to get into that opportunity to get that fifth chance, and that belief that he'll score it. And I think that is what Martial lacks, and I think that's what Pogba lacks for whatever reason. And, you know, obviously other players as well at the club are shite too. French connection, says Adam Salah. Pig, did they say when the game again? Oh, no, sorry, yeah, that's not announced yet. Martial playing like it's Pogba, yes, indeed. Garner is 20, man, don't age him. Oh, shit, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's very young, Jimmy Garner. He has, I think, done really well recently for Notts Forest. I think he had a tough start to his season this season, but recently he's been back into the side and he's found his form, and he scored a goal the other day, didn't he? So, yeah, he's got a good future ahead of him, hopefully. Thank you, Boy Bayumi, says sick community. Get a Bacon Brigade emoji in there for the Dons around here. We're nearly at 150 likes, everyone. It'd be amazing to smash a 150 on this late night news stream. The latest United news stream we've ever done at 1:08 a.m. Smash the thumbs up button on it. Show your support. If you're just getting in and you haven't hit the like, you might as well. End the vote now. Oh, shit, man. It's very close here. Everyone, have a vote on the poll. 52 votes so far. Shit, man. So far, City versus Leeds watch-along is actually winning. So do get your votes and your picks in. OHB says if they take football away from us again because of some dog meat flu, ooh, what will never go away? What's been here since the dinosaurs? What is this? Communism is life in 2021. Fair play to you, OHB, mate. Well, listen, we'll have to wait and see what happens, mate. Steady on. Paul O'Connor, get in there. How you doing? Berber says smash like and subscribe. Thank you. Jonathan Gallagher says hell yeah. You want me to give you a suit? Are you okay, ready? OHB says, Piggy, I was playing Spider-Man just now, and there was a pig with wins graffitied on the wall. Really? Flying Piggy on the wall? That's awesome, man. G-Wolf United with those Bacon Brigade emojis. Get in there, Wiggy. I hope you're good. One of the channel member legends, too. You're going to struggle mentally if they stop the league game. Me too, Jaden Peter. I agree with you. It's horrible last time, mate. It's just shit as well. It's absolutely shit, mate. You know, obviously, you know, I love United, love following United. That's what this channel's literally about. You know what I mean? So if it's not going on, it's a fucking nightmare all round. Jonathan, much love. But yes, anyway, it's got to 1:10 a.m. I think we're pretty much going to wrap this puppy up. Maybe we'll stick on for just 2 more minutes, actually, seeing as there's still a lot of you legends in it. 161 legends represent. Piggy will get us free. Thank you, Jade. I'll just stick around for 2 more minutes. Paul says, first time seeing your content. I'm shocked because you're on it. Good stuff. Hey, thank you so much, Paul O'Connor, mate. Yeah, appreciate that. You know, we just come on here, talk about United, talk about the latest news, have a bit of bants, give everyone a voice in this community as well, which maybe separates us a little bit from most channels, because a lot of channels, you know, they only read out super chats or just don't even interact that much with the chat. So, yeah, this is a proper community vibe around here. If anybody's new around here, you're welcome to get involved in the chat. I do miss people's comments. I'm not saying everybody gets their comments read out, because there's a lot of comments coming in these days, but I try to get as many read out as possible, and we'll always try to endeavour to do that. Thank you for getting in, lad. It's all part of the New World Order, says Adam Salah. Yeah, that's it. They're trying to get us all on one type of cryptocurrency as well, lad. You'll go and rewatch. Thank you, Wiggy, mate. Thank you so much. We'll be fine because we can watch Flying Pig. Thank you, Moby Yomi. Well, if the football is cancelled at any time throughout the season, or if Man United games are postponed, then we will do some sort of content on the channel, like FIFA or watching some other games or even other sports or something like that. You know how we did in the last lockdown. I mean, this channel was kind of built in lockdown, to be fair. The only reason I started doing this channel full-time is because I was able to, well, not able to, but because I chose to give up my full-time job the moment the COVID basically got bad, and started doing this. That's the only reason I was able to do it full-time. So we'll keep the content coming, and this channel was made in lockdown almost. Stevie Pope, even our city scammer, says Steve Hall. Yes, indeed, Berber, have a great night, my man. Much love to you. We are going to wrap this up now anyway, but it's been a great stream. Thank you all for jumping in here. Unfortunately, the news is Manchester United versus Brentford is over for now. It's been postponed. It's not going to be taking place tomorrow, or, you know, it's after midnight, so later on today. It will be taking place in the future at another rearranged date. Even City Scummers, absolutely, Steve Hall. Thank you very much, Jane and Peter. Best channel for Barnan. Speaks to the truth and no hidden bullshit. Let's be honest. Thank you, Jane and Peter. Absolutely, mate. You'll never find out any bullshit clickbait titles on here. Done deal. This player's here. This player's done, dusted. When it's not. Unless it's announced officially, etc. We just talk about the, you know, the possibilities of these deals, etc. But nothing is ever misleading. There's never any clickbait. There's some real clickbait shite out there. It winds me up, but I don't want to get involved with it. You know, some people say fight fire with fire. You know, I don't say that. I say fight fire with bacon and make yourself some crispy fried bacon, motherfucker. Anyway, Lynette Giggs says, good night. Thank you, Lynette Giggs. Matry and Adam Salah. Mike, thank you for another $7.99 Aussie dollar super chat, mate. He says, g'day, mate, here in Oz. If players choose not to get vaccinated, they cannot attend games. There are consequences, but is it different in the Premier League? Yeah, that is different, actually. So players do not have, at this moment in time, the necessity to vaccinate. That is true. But they do have different isolation requirements and demands and things like that, and protocols. And if they did to test positive, they'd have different protocols still. So there are some differences, but at this moment in time, it's not mandatory, Mike, that you need to be vaccinated to play the game. But that may well come in. I think that may well come in, Mike, as well, in all honesty. And they're on about actually having, like, COVID passports here where, or, like, you know, they've got COVID passports, but I mean, like, having, you can't even go into an event or a stadium or, you know, a shop even maybe eventually, unless you've actually been vaccinated. So, yeah, I think they're basically just trying to get everybody vaxxed up, aren't they, Mike? It seems like. Mike, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for Mike, this legend from down under. Shout out to Mr. Hodge as well. A couple of generous Aussie legends getting in here tonight. Shout out to you, legends. Big up, Steve Hall. Thank you, Connor Matthews. I'm going to just say bye to everybody now then. We're going to wrap it up. Arsenal Manic. Sam, 1133 as well, bro. Thank you for the brilliant entertainment energy. Have a good one. Thank you, man. Thanks for getting in. I appreciate that. Adam Salah, there's actually quite a few, mate, to be fair. There's a lot of those channels that do. Night Rach, hey Rach, good to see you. Hope you're good. Thank you very much for stopping in here. Absolute legendess. Have a great night. Dabo says your Aussie accent's one of the best I've heard. Oh, thank you so much, Dabo, mate. You know, well, I did watch a whole bunch of Neighbours growing up, pal, and you know, even watched a little cheeky little bit of Home and Away. And you know what? Struth, mate. Shit, Skippy, the dingoes are after us. Run! Oh, you absolute drongo. Mo Khan, you said it, mate. You said it. I just happen to agree with you. Eamon Barrett says, this is such a pain. What a farce, is it real, Bobby Dazzler? Hey, Liam Grogan, good night to you too. It is shit, mate. Come back and let us know your thoughts after this video is finished in the not live comments. Do have your say. Hey, good night, G Wolf United, you absolute legend as well. Take it easy, my man. Thanks for joining us. Get some rest, Jaden Peter. Thank you so much. You owe us nothing but... No, I wanted to come in here and cover the news, mate. That's the news. That's the latest news. I'm going to always try. If I'm around, you know me with my sleeping patterns. Sometimes I miss news if it come out in the morning time. I'm not usually up until late afternoon, you know. But if I'm around and there's United news worthy of coming on, like actual news, not just clickbait made up shite, but actual news, I will come on and bring it to you. That's what this channel's all about. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, click the little bell icon, and that way you'll get notified when we post. Goodbye, Randon. Thank you very much, Arsenal Manic, Anthony, Jaden Peter, Real Bobby Dazzler, Ryan, Adam Sandler, Jonathan Gallagher, Man United Hodge, and everybody else. That's it from me. I'm going to end the poll there. 50-50. Should I do a Leeds v City watch along or a FIFA career mode? It's literally 50-50. In fact, hang on. It's come down to 50% Leeds City watch along and 49% FIFA career mode. So I guess there's a decimal missing there. So it looks like just about City v Leeds won, but I mean, that is bloody close. Goodbye, Len Platt as well. Thank you, Len. Get in there. Have a good night. Arsenal Manic, Johnny Gallagher, G Wolf, Bobby Dazzler, Wiggy. That's it from me. Goodbye, Baker Brigade. Get those Baker Brigade emojis in there to end on. We smashed 150 likes, by the way. Come on. Let's be having you. Where are you? Get in there. All hail the Baker Brigade. Long live the Hamada. Up the sausage soldiers. Come on. Shout out to the, what's the other one? The Pork Platoon. Much love, guys, and all Man United fans around the world, all other fans of football, even non-fans of football who are in here being positive. Much love to you guys. Take it easy. Take care of yourselves at the moment. You know, do be cautious. Do be considerate. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of anyone else. And we will see you on the next one. I'll give you all the latest Man United news whenever it comes. Tomorrow we'll find out more. Hopefully this Brighton game at the weekend goes ahead. But if it doesn't, we'll find you. You'll find out on this channel if you don't find out somewhere else first. Take it easy, Phone Monkey, Adam, Ryan, Arsenal, Connor, Giovanni Finney as well. Much love, bro. Sam1133. Carlton Timmins is new to the stream. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Carlton, mate. Dabo, thank you for giving me a like, boss. Famras Almarecki says, Steve Osman vibes, please, mate. Give me a hell yeah in the live chat. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold Piggy said so. What? Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Primo, all the moderators. Get your love hearts in there for the mods, doing a great job. And all the channel members like Mr. Hodge and everyone, thanks for watching. Okay, good night, dudes. See you later. I'll be back tomorrow with the latest news anyway. Keep a lookout for that. Come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The website is unitedflyinghigh.com as well, so check it out. Georgie Ivanov, Faras, Adam, Carlton, Bobby Dazzler. That's it from me. Come on, United! Sue! I don't know what I'm suing about or come on, United about. We're probably not going to play for fucking weeks. Anyway. All right, bye, guys. On that note, I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys. But still, hopefully we can play Brighton at the weekend. We'll see. This is a precaution. United versus Brentford off tomorrow. That's just how it has to be, my friends. Catch you in a bit. Take it easy. See you later. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, little bit of Rubicon. This is because they think the sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.